is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow.
Whatever he hits, he destroys.
Lions
And tigers
And bears.
This is Tisy Triggers, one of the true tests of your skills as a team of 3 to 5 players. That is a recent rule change and the science will be updated soon. This gauntlet can be a fun and profitable run for those who have learned how and when to use the server meds. The experienced players who know what it takes to properly ping pong will do well here. Top-notch comms are key. This is not an activity for newer or even mid-level players. This is later mid-game, a small training ground on your way to the ultimate test, Survival Island. Key things to note before we get into the strategies to succeed are as follows. This is a no-fly zone, period. If you are found to have any type of vehicles out at any point other than the launch pad at the very end of the run, expect an admin to delete them. You will not be comped or reimbursed for ignoring the rules.
I don't have time to read.
Isn't a valid excuse. No exceptions. Before entering under the sign, one team member must type "Claim Tisy Triggers" in the global chat. You must also have one member type "Complete" in the Tisy Triggers Discord claim channel after finishing. Be sure to use the @ symbol to tag your teammates' Discord names. This ensures everyone can track that players are only running once every 24 hours and not abusing or farming this event. Abusing your allowed amount of runs on any content will most likely catch you a 24-hour ban for the first offense. Just don't do it. Players are also not allowed to climb or land on buildings once in the trigger area. Boots must be on the ground or you will likely be forced to forfeit your run. This is meant to be a ladder mid-game challenge. Any actions deemed as cheesing or exploiting will be dealt with by the admin team up to temporary or permanent banning. You are allowed to deploy a flying craft on the concrete pad at the end by the large sign. You are to raise your craft's elevation and then fly straight out. Please avoid flying back over the trigger areas. To maximize profit, you are allowed to carry one extra backpack besides your 2 storage cases. You can put this in your hands when your inventory is full, allowing you to pick up more animal parts, and if you have room, you are also allowed to loot the tents for any guns or loot you can find. This will help maximize your overall profit. Now to the main course of this strategic feast. There are 6 triggers in total. You will want lots of meds to repair all the damage you will endure during this run. I would not run this without at least 2 bio blood injectors, multiple FatalZ super heals and FatalZ medkits, and a dozen EpiPens. I personally carry 20 plus Epis running Tisy Triggers or Dino Island. Trust me. Your team will likely have many knockouts. Having 1 or even 2 quick bar slots for EpiPens is highly encouraged. Use immediately after regaining consciousness for yourself or a nearby teammate. Despite the common misconception, EpiPens do not help if used as a pre-med. EpiPens give 60 seconds of max stamina, can be used to instantly revive knocked teammates if their blood level isn't too low, and will top your shock value stat to the maximum 100 out of 100 points. It will not reduce or prevent knockouts. Super heals can heal multiple cuts as well as add 10 HP. FatalZ medkits have a saline bag effect of slowing your rate of blood loss if used as a pre-med, and can heal 2 cuts and replace 25 HP. The raptors, dragons, and pandas will cut you often. Be prepared to be a red water sprinkler system. Throughout these 6 triggers, you will face a variety of tigers, lions, foxes, pandas, dragons, raptors, orange robot dogs, and a variety of other bears, with fire bears being the most concerning. While all these mobs can be challenging in the numbers you will face, the fire bears are the most deadly, and you should make it high priority amongst your team to take them down first. For tigers, lions, and bears, I recommend aiming for headshots. This will do the most damage, and the quicker you drop mobs, the better. Foxes and raptors are small, but I would recommend different strats for each of them. Don't bother with headshots on foxes, just pump them full of rounds ASAP. The raptors have much goofier hitboxes. Aiming for the space between their knees or lower half of their chest seems to be the most reliable. The dragons, similar to the raptors, are best taken down by aiming for their chest area. The green dragons specifically, I would also recommend aiming between their knees on the hind legs, as they have a goofy chest box that seems difficult to hit. As for the final bosses of the run, the fire bears, using the ping pong strat will be your best friend. Ping ponging is the term used to refer to the strategy of your team splitting into 2 or more groups and taking turns firing. You will want to be in a Discord call together, and having clean comms and communication will be the most efficient. If there is no communication and you are all just shooting and fighting everything in front of you, you will likely die. The fire bears specifically will roast you alive, well, dead. They quickly drain your HP with their fire breath in a matter of seconds. You need to rely on your teammates to pull aggro by taking turns firing. You need the clean comms to communicate when you need to stop and heal, so you can all take turns staying healthy and overcome the triggers as a team. I know this was a lot of info, but I'm sure you can handle it. Putting all this info together will lead to successful and highly profitable runs for you and your friends. If you found this strategy guide helpful, please like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. It helps my channel out a lot with the algorithm stuff, and I deeply appreciate your time you've put in watching. I hope it was both entertaining and informative. I have been your host, YakMan, and thank you for joining me today. I'll see you in the server or next video if you subscribed. And don't forget, safe travels.